Joss Whedon was going to give us a gift, and that gift was Superman with a mustache. And none of us get to see it, unless we put it back on him.
We could make a little trailer to pitch Warner Brothers on this idea.
Release the mustache cut! This video is sponsored by RAZER and NVIDIA Studio. We are giving away a free Razer Blade Pro 17, so stay tuned to find out how you can win it. I couldn't sleep last night. I was thinking about how there's footage of Superman with a mustache that we never got to see. That footage does exist. It exists somewhere in WB's archives.
The pickup shots they did for Joss Whedon's original vision of Superman with a mustache.
Somebody at WB was like, you know what? I'm just gonna meddle in the movie and take his mustache out.
These producers are always messing with the director's vision. It's a classic tale. I think it's a disservice to the world that WB decided to take his mustache out.
Joss Whedon was going to give us a gift, and that gift was Superman with a mustache. And now none of us get to see it, unless we put it back on him.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Well, like they say, with great responsibility, great power, great power.
Great power.
That's from the original Batman. When his parents get shot and they're bleeding out of the opera,
yeah.
The Joker turns to him and he goes, with great responsibility comes great power. And then Batman's like, I'm Batman.
There were moments where I was suited, booted, and mustachioed, yes.
I want to show the world the beauty of having a mustache, particularly the beauty of having a mustache on such a beautiful person as Henry Cavill.
What a beautiful world we could be in. We will visualize that world for you in this video. We're gonna delve into some technology here. We're gonna show you guys how to put a mustache on people. And with this video, I think we can create enough demand for WB to release the mustache cut.
It's the right thing to do.
They've already went and did the whole Snyder cut, so what's one more cut, guys? Come on.
It's easy, it just takes a few minutes. You just bring in the footage in Premiere and you just export.
I love deepfaking stuff. I love AI. It's such a crazy new world of visual effects. I'm gonna use it in this video. If you saw our Luke Skywalker deepfake, I mean, you have an idea of where we can get these days with the fidelity of these things. That's like military grade, industrial quality deepfakes, and you can't really do that, at least on a puny computer. But I need to be training this over the weekend, and bringing home one of these giant machines is gonna be a pain in the butt. But we just got some Razer Blade Pro 17s, and they have an RTX 3080 inside. Except I had got an extra one with a Razer Core X, which is an external GPU box that has an RTX 3090 in it.
So you're saying this laptop has a 3090 attached to it?
Yes, I'm saying this laptop has a 3090 attached to it, not in it. It has a 3080 in it. The 3090 is the only GPU that can do deepfakes good enough for what we want to achieve here. Sorry, I'm nerd alert real hard here, but deepfakes require a ton of RAM, specifically VRAM, which is only on your GPU. And up until like this year, everybody's like, you don't need a lot of VRAM. What do you need VRAM for? And I was like, AI, and they're like, oh. And then they actually put a bunch of VRAM on GPUs now. It's really cool, it's great. We're turning the corner of technology. The laptop actually has 16 gigs of VRAM, which is still super impressive. With this crazy setup using the Razer and the Core X, I can be running a deepfake at the quality of what we did with the Luke Skywalker one. And I can do it from my home, I can do it over the weekend, and then I can just bring it with me back to work.
Think about it, we're using a razor blade not to shave a mustache, but to grow one.
I need to grab a bunch of elements of Superman without the mustache. I need to grab a bunch of elements of Henry Cavill with the mustache. And then I'm gonna start training it over this weekend from my house. All right, so it is the weekend. I'm having Ivy record this. And I have fired up this deepfake on this laptop, and it's looking really good. So this is the Razer Blade Pro 17. I want you to know that we're actually going to give away this laptop. So you have to follow us on Instagram at Corridor Digital for the details on the giveaway. Now I want to hype you up a little bit. I want to get you guys excited about this laptop because one of you guys is going to win it. It has an 8-core Intel i7 processor. It has a GeForce RTX 3080 in it. These NVIDIA Studio laptops are built for content creators. You can punch out renders uber fast from Cinema 4D and Blender with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And you can do 4K editing in Premiere Pro or real-time color grading in DaVinci Resolve. And with NVIDIA Studio drivers, which have been optimized for the creative software that we use, you get added GPU acceleration and reliable performance. It's a really nice computer. Also, it's got Thunderbolt ports. It's got USB 3.0. It's got a 4 4K, 120 hertz touchscreen display, and the whole body is built out of milled aluminum, so it is a tough machine. Basically, this computer can be a mobile desktop replacement. Razer doesn't just make the Razer Blade Pro 17. They have the Razer Blade 15 and the Razer Blade Stealth 13, both of which are also super powerful. And if you guys want to learn more, you can go to razer.com, or you can take one of these for a test drive at a Razer store if there's one near you. And the giveaway, more details on that will be on our Instagram at Corridor Digital, so stay tuned. All right, now back to the mustaches. So I've been training this computer on how to make mustaches all weekend. So this is, remember that really janky shot they opened Justice League with back in the day? I deepfaked the mustache version of Henry Cavill, trained it on regular Superman version of Henry Cavill. He doesn't go like this at all. Everything you see here is trained from his look in Mission Impossible, which is interesting because in Mission Impossible, he's doing certain facial expressions as his character. He's always going like this. He's always furrowing his brow a little bit. So even like right here, he's still scowling just a little bit. Oh my God. The janky smiles and things like that in Justice League, he never moves his mouth like that. Like you can really see his mouth structure when you're looking at a deepfake. All right, so
Whoa.
remember how janky the smile is here? So the deepfake's doing its best. Here's the original. Look at the difference in how his lips are structured. Like, his bottom lip doesn't go over his teeth. Who smiles like that? This one looks really good.
That's great. That looks really good. It just needs a little contrast bump, and it's there. With a little masking, that's totally usable. But that looks
this
fantastic. I kind of love Superman with a mustache. I wouldn't be mad if in a future movie he had a mustache.
So yeah, there it is.
Wow. This stuff is always so cool. I'm like, yeah, deepfakes, whatever, and then we do it, I'm like, this is kind of crazy.
So, Peter and myself have devised a pipeline that is developed exclusively for putting mustaches onto Henry Cavill.
It's actually first of its kind.
Yep. So we figured we'd do an interactive demonstration of our new mustache technology where people could join us. Art is fun and everybody gets to participate. So we're gonna demonstrate interactive mustache visual effects.
What the heck? What the heck? I don't have a mustache, dude.
Friend, I know you can't grow one.
Oh. This is how it is. This is how it's supposed to be.
Mission Impossible is just one type of mustache, but we don't need to stop there. What if you could have any mustache you wanted on Henry Cavill? So this is the station where you build the mustache. I guess I'll demonstrate here. I mean, somebody shouted out pencil mustache. It's a very sloppy pencil mustache.
It's supposed to be like riding.
You want to Yosemite Sam?
Wait, Nico, with the nose.
Is this Superman? Yay or nay?
I'm sick of this. We need to take this seriously.
Yeah, we're trying to demonstrate to Warner Brothers that if they want us to put the mustache back in, we have a pipeline developed for it.
Oh! That's a tiny.
That one's terrifying.
What are you doing?
3 tiny mustaches.
I'm gonna give him a disguise.
I mean, this is basically Clark Kent's actual disguise.
Griffin, if you can give me a handlebar, I need like a legit, real-looking handlebar.
real-looking handlebar.
Like all the way down.
A handlebar mustache is not the one that goes down your face like
Really?
Hulk Hogan. Yeah, a handlebar mustache is the one that's on your forehead.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
So wait, what is the Hulk Hogan stash? What is the biker stash?
Horseshoe.
The horseshoe. Yeah, I want that Hulk Hogan horseshoe stash. That's what I'm looking for.
Wait, is that Wizard Hulk Hogan right there?
Oh my God, that's Santa Hogan.
You shall not pass, brother.
I got it fitting pretty good here, bro.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Whoa.
Did you just give him the limp biscuit?
He's so rad, dude.
The reason we gathered everybody here is so we could actually check the actual Mission Impossible mustache, make sure that's the right one. Peter, I do have one in there called Impossible.
That's a nice thick stash.
Wow. That's like a 9 out of 10 stash right there.
I feel like this is the right call.
That's definitely the right call.
It's the best looking one out of all of them. He is working it like there's no tomorrow.
All right, case closed.
Release
See, deepfakes are really great for producing a super realistic result. Like, what would Henry Cavill actually look like if he had a mustache? But what if you wanted to do a shot that wasn't very realistic? What if you wanted Henry Cavill to have a long waving mustache? You can't do that with the deepfake yet. So I wanted to bring some of these shots into Blender and see if I could push the limits of these mustache shots. We got Stroopwaffle's fist coming through here, trying to punch Henry Cavill, and missing. There's an opportunity for a mustache here. Some flowing mustache coming out, the fist going through it. He's trying to punch Superman's mustache off, but Superman's mustache is not having it. So how could we put a mustache in this shot? Well, first, we have to have something to put the mustache on, and so I went on trustyoldcgtrader.com and I downloaded a $10 3D model of Henry Cavill's head. Unfortunately, the model didn't have a mustache, so we're gonna have to put that on later. What a beautiful man, honestly. Even in grayscale, just the curvature of his head. So I just took this head model and I crappily went frame by frame, tracking it onto Henry Cavill's head, just so it's in the right position so we can simulate the mustache and it'll follow along with his head. From there, we take our hair tools in Blender and we grow some hairs out of Henry Cavill's face. And then we take our little blender scissors and cut over the lip. We do not want a walrus or a horseshoe or anything animal related. We want this to be a strictly bar mustache. So after we groom the hair, it's time to simulate it. Thankfully, this computer is super freaking fast. This is simulating as I'm playing this right here, lightning fast. It's simulating 1,000 hairs right now, which is not a small amount of hairs. We need that fist coming through and kind of causing some air to be displaced, moving the hair out of the way. So we have our mustache floating amongst the CG stars, but we want it to look like it's stuck to Henry Cavill's face. What we're going to do is we're going to take that Henry Cavill 3D model and set it to be a shadow catcher. So you can't actually see the model, but it's receiving the shadows from things around it to make it look like the mustache is casting a shadow onto Mark Hamill. Henry Cavill. Harry Cattle.
Gosh. Oh my god.
Oh, that is silly. And with that, we are ready to render. Freaking rendered this shot when I went out to lunch. Rendered in like 20 minutes at like 300 samples, 1080p. Mwah. Yeah, I'm super happy with how this turned out, especially given that I turned the shot around in like an hour. Ridiculous on a laptop. Pretty sweet.
So I finished my deepfake. I've done all the compositing, I've done the masking. This is the best I can get right now with this deepfake. All right, let's take a look.
I know you.
Ooh, damn, that looks good. The lighting.
This, I think I did something like 400,000 iterations. I trained it for about 4 days. And also, I used a pre-trained model that we had done for Luke Skywalker, so that helps me get a little boost in time. Otherwise, I'd be looking at probably about 8 days, but I did it in 4. And it's interesting flipping back and forth. Look at his nose. See how his nose shifts in position? And also look at his teeth. See how his teeth like stick down more in the CG face?
Yeah.
And the lip shape is a little bit different.
That works pretty well. It doesn't look like a real mustache. Like, I don't see any individual hairs, but the shading of it and the placement, like, it works.
I would love to see a shot of Superman with his natural mustache. We can only truly tell if we're accurate or not if Warner Brothers releases the mustache cut.
Now that we have all these shots, we could make a little trailer to pitch Warner Brothers on this idea and maybe kind of get everybody excited about it. Hashtag release the mustache cut.
Imagine, this could be your Superman right here. Look how handsome
Look
this
at that
boy is.
hunk.
We've proven with the power of unity and community that we can get them to remake a movie once. Let's do it again. Release the mustache cut.
Release the mustache cut.
Superman! Can we ask you some questions? What's the best thing about planet Earth?
Was it a lover, or was it a dream? Or was it something more than what it seemed?
The enemy is here.
Clark. We don't have time. The team needs Clark. And what does Clark need?
Bruce, no. You have no idea what kind of power you're dealing with.
But this is science beyond our limits. The way we're gonna stop him is by using his power, this power, against him. I agree. This is crazy.
Oh, what, now it's crazy?
Your goatee is okay, but I'm a big fan of mustache.
All right, so we're gonna upload just the mustache cut to Instagram at Corridor Digital. You guys can take it, you can repost it, you copy, paste it everywhere. You know, please give us a shout out. Hashtag release the mustache cut.
Rile the troops, the foot soldiers.
You wanna see it in front of the eyes of the Warner Brothers executives and Henry Cavill himself.
That was definitely a funny looking Superman.